So Ruslan, what we do here is we like to do a creative tip, but when we have a special guest that comes on, we like to ask a question that we think would help. It's a personalized question, whatever. And obviously, you're an expert at this stuff anyway. So just something that will help the independents coming up, or even people that have been rocking for a minute that, that could use help and could use, informative information coming from yourself. How would you recommend the first steps would be for those considering going full time with their creative passions? Like, let's say it's a ministry and somebody's struggling with making the decision to like actually go all in and possibly maybe, going part time. Like, what would you say to somebody just starting out?
Man, that's a great question. And I always default to this answer, and it's not a sexy answer, and it's not an answer that artists love to hear. It's actually very opposite of what they want to hear. My story is that when I was starting out, we got married, and it was during the 2007-2008 recession. It hit us hard. And I actually lived my first year of marriage with my mom, which is kind of wild to think about, right? As a newlywed, like you're staying with your mom and your wife. It wasn't the best situation, but because we were hit by the recession, we couldn't find work, that kind of thing. And I found myself in this like never again situation. Like never again am I going to be broke. Never again am I going to be in this spot where I have to rely on another person. And so in that journey, I discovered the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University stuff. And we set out on a journey to not just pay off all of our debt, but become financially literate, to save a 6-month emergency fund, to learn how to handle money. And in that process, I learned that I could actually earn more money than I could ever imagine off of my side hustle, because now I had a bullseye of paying off this $45,000 of debt that we had accumulated from student loans and car notes and just every stupid decision you could make with money. I've made it. And we said, you know what? We have this bullseye. And in the process, I got sued. I thought I was going to have to file for bankruptcy. And cleaning up my finances, paying off all my debt, paying off every single lender. The scriptures say the borrower is slave to the lender, right? So I didn't want to be a slave no more. So I paid off every single debt in 18 months, which was miraculous because we were not working the dopest jobs. And I did it like my first time doing a feature sale. We threw everything we had on it. We became debt free. I was able to then transition into a job at my church that, we can make that sacrifice now because our overhead was lowered substantially, right? Because if you got to pay a car note and the student loan and the credit card, you take all that off your monthly payments. Now you could live off $1,000, $1,500 less every month. We took a job at my church. In the process, we saved 6 months of living expenses. And then we were hustling the business and the music side hard enough while having no debt, no overhead, that jump became easier because I knew, hey, at the worst case scenario, if this music thing don't work out, I could just go drive for Uber, you know what I'm saying, in 6 months. I know I got at least 6 months of living expenses. Right. And so now most of us find ourselves in this 2020 recession. And those of us that are hurting, those of us that are financially strapped, this would be a great time to have that never again moment. This would be a great time to say, I'm going to clean up my finances. And I don't ever want to be in a spot where I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. You know what I mean? And I need to figure out how to diversify my revenue streams. And so that is not something people want to hear because it has more to do with committing to a system long-term, learning discipline, learning self-denial. But all of that was directly applicable to how I built my business because I had to do a bunch of stuff I didn't want to do. I had to deny myself the pleasure of sleeping in or staying up too late. All right, it all became applicable. And so I would say, man, artists need to just start, first of all, just cleaning up their finances, getting out of debt, saving some money, learning how to manage money. I would say second is taking care of yourself, sleep, food, exercise. All that stuff is going to make you feel better. And if you feel better, you're going to be more confident. If you're confident, it's going to shine through in your art, in your videos, in your creativity. And then I would say just a deep sense of responsibility and ownership. This world doesn't owe you anything. The church don't owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything, fam.
Yeah,
you know
facts.
Anybody along the path that decides to look out and help you out is it's just like salvation. It's a gift.
Yeah, amen.
It's great.
Yo, and I wanted to say something. What does that say about us that he said it's not going to sound sexy? You should pay your bills. That way you can actually do what you want to do. Like, that should say a lot about the time and day that we're in, that something so basic is actually a negative thing to a lot of people. Like, pay your bills.
Your facts.
So that way you can actually live your life.
Yeah.
Oh man, that don't sound right, man.
No, ain't nobody, because everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing, but ain't nobody want to do it.
And look, and I would view those of us that have to work jobs, and the majority of us are gonna have to work jobs as we're getting our thing off the ground. I mean, I worked a job. I started making music in 2010. I didn't quit my job until 2000. Excuse me. I started making music in 2000. I didn't become profitable until 07. The recession hit. I was a newlywed. And then I didn't become profitable again until 2011.
Wow.
And I didn't quit my job until 2015. I'm 20 years in. It took me 15 years to go full time. 2 recessions.
Hand claps, brother. Yo, mad respect and salute to that, bro. That's crazy.
And I say all that to say that view your job not as just a nuisance. But view your job as a venture capitalist that's they're pouring money into your future dream, and you need to honor them. Don't steal on the clock. Don't finesse, right? I think if we viewed our jobs like that, like, yo, this is somebody that's a venture capitalist. Gary Vee just came out with a video. He said, man, work a job that you can tolerate, that you can make good money off of and survive, and then spend the rest of your time hustling on your side passion, and know that nothing good is going to happen for 5 years. Nothing good is going to happen for 5 years. It's going to shout you out.
That's right.
Unless you're just a freak and you're talent stacking, meaning my man Nick D was a professional cinematographer.
Dude, that's funny because we're going to talk about Nick D today. Go ahead. All right.
He was a cinematographer, and then he started doing videos. So he got popping really quick. Well, why? Well, because he was already a 6-figure cinematographer, videographer. Yeah,
didn't he just shoot Zay Hill's music video?
Yes. Yeah. So someone like that will work for it. But if you're starting out, you don't have no skills. You don't know anything about a DSLR. You don't know anything about a microphone. You don't know anything about anything. Nothing good is going to happen for 5 or 6 years, fam. Unless you're like Lecrae's little brother or Kendrick's little cousin, right? Which is an artist that just got on as Kendrick's little cousin. That stuff will happen. But if you don't know anybody, if you're not in a major city, if you didn't grow up singing in church and you have this angelic voice, nothing good is going to happen to you for 4 or 5 years. And so I would say, connecting with podcasts like this one, getting inspiration, connecting with other creative communities, like Curtis King has a creative community, Brandman Sean, I have a Patreon creative community. Those are going to be the best things because they're going to get you good and get you in front of people. And I didn't have any of that. Like, my creative community was Future Shot and Tunnel Rats, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I had to pay my dues and earn my stripes. And again, this is a different time, but now I think technology has leveled the playing field, made stuff so much easier. Right. Just about anybody can get access to someone with a platform. And if you're good enough, doors will open, at least in my world. I'm always putting other artists on my records. I'm always giving people a shot. I'm always sending people free beats. I'm always trying to help other people out because I know how much that little bit of boost and that little bit of momentum helps. But you got to be willing to just eat poop for 5 years.
Facts.
You know what I mean? 6 years.
Yeah, you got to sacrifice. Ruslan, it was an honor. Real talk, brother, man. We love you.
Appreciate you guys, man.
You got us over here on your side, brother. Anytime you want to hit me up, or you want to build, man, let me know. Do you want to leave any links or updates to music or anything that you're doing for the people? Now's your time. You got the stage, brother. Yeah,
man, just head on over to patreon.com/KingsDream, especially if you're an artist. That's going to be where we do Zoom call, Fan Love Friday reviews. I review your music, give you advice over Zoom, and then we do a Zoom kind of like group chat thing on Sunday nights. Everybody knows what Zoom is now, so it's a lot easier to explain that. But we do that, and there's like 220 people who are part of that community right now. So this is actually the Nick D's, the Not Clydes, the Kid Trizzes. A lot of these guys are in this community and end up connecting with other people in the community. A lot of collaboration happens. A lot of producers are in there. So Ray Rock's in that community, which is Andy Minio's DJ. Patreon.com/KingsDream. I'd encourage all you guys to hop on. I think it's the lowest tier right now is like $9. We always kind of increase it to keep the weirdos out. So, yeah.
Dope, brother. All right, man. Yo, again, it was an honor. We love you. Till next time, brother. I'm looking forward to continue to build with you behind the scenes, man, and anything you got going on. Like I said, you got us over here supporting you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you guys so much, yo.
All right, brother. Grace and peace.
Peace out, bro.
Dope. So, Gil, man, brother.
That was super dope, man.
Ruslan in the building, man. Hand claps again for Ruslan. That's what's up.
Super dope, man.
It was a dope time.
I really
definitely an honor to have the
that
dude
time,
come on with us. Yeah, real talk.